everyone seems to be an expert on the recently disgraced Andrew, but did you know that over the years he cultivated a new species of bees, was one of the team behind the 5-sided isosceles triangle, and he's the owner of more than 5 Guinness World Records? Well, I guess you didn't know it all, did you? Here's some facts about Andrew that you didn't even know. As one of the founding fathers of the British Rastafarian Commission, Andrew possibly has a widespread respect from the West Indian community. Perhaps one of the aspects of his life that didn't gain knowledge in the public eye. We can all rest assured that the London of the 1970s and 80s wouldn't have been quite the same if it wasn't for our enthusiastic young Andrew. Now, according to since lost reports from 1987, the Crucid Prince had become pen friends with American tough man Mr. T. They'd met a few years earlier when both working out at the same gym in Philadelphia, while Andrew was staying in the area to help warn the Americans about tiny little pests. Rumour has it that this long-standing friendship came to an end when Mr. T ran out of pens. The face of cornflakes in the early 80s, Andrew was keen to spread the word about the fibre provider. That was until the makers of cornflakes chose to go with a more popular and contemporary face for their brand. Luke Skywalker would take over, reportedly starting a 15-year transatlantic rivalry between the Prince of England and the Prince of the X-Wing fighter. A keen Mungo of the 7 Seas, Prince Andrew would never be seen strolling very far from the coastline, even once requesting to the Queen that they build a subtle aqueduct from the ocean to Buckingham Palace, so that the fresh seawater could fill a small lake there just for him, which he could bask in, and he would claim that it was part of the coast. When he was forced away from the ocean for more than a day, he would famously fill his plastic-lined pockets with seawater, which he unfortunately never told anyone about, not ever. But if you happen to see a video of him falling over, you probably see the telltale signs of water spurting from his pockets, all over his hands and ground and hair. A man of the rave generation, the young prince was possibly often spotted at loud raves, concentrating on his energetic dance moves for 8 hours at a time non-stop, his medal-emblazoned jacket thrown on the ground as the hot air in the ballroom at the seaside resort became too hot. Sweat glistened on his thrilling physique as strobe lighting and drug tablets filled the air with excitement around everyone there. What kind of crazy world is it that we live in, when a person's good deeds outweighs the bad deeds so much, and yet they're only punished for the bad? Andrew has helped several communities across the Britain of the UK by opening local libraries, walking beside barricades while taking gifts from the public, which he would dump only minutes later and never think about again, and being associated with some charities or other. It doesn't bear thinking about, does it? I must add, of course, that all evidence of these facts has been lost to the sands of time, but sometimes we really can take things with a pinch of salt and realise that they're quite possibly very true. It's only after listening to the facts about this man that we can come to our own judgments about him. We don't know the full story, do we? Is he an onionman, or is he a returned bustler? We just don't know. Make up your own mind about him with your brain. Now hopefully you didn't know these things about Andrew, and it might have helped you to change your mind about him, and if it hasn't, then it obviously hasn't. Thanks ever so much for listening to these facts. Subscribe to the channel for some fascinating and dubious facts, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!
Thank you ever so much for watching my very good video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Very Good channel and come back next week for another very good video. A video to watch. Now, it's a good video.